We all want to be liked, but sometimes, it's hard to tell if people truly feel the same way about us. Have you ever felt a strange vibe from someone, even though they seemed perfectly pleasant? Or perhaps you've wondered why certain relationships just don't click, no matter how hard you try. The truth is, people often harbor hidden perceptions about us, thoughts and feelings that may not be explicitly expressed. Understanding these unspoken judgments can be a game changer. It can help us build stronger connections, resolve conflicts, and navigate social situations with greater ease. In this video, we'll delve into 10 common reasons why people may secretly dislike you. By uncovering these hidden perceptions, we can gain valuable insights into our own behavior and interactions with others. Let's embark on this journey of self-awareness and social improvement together. Reason 1: overconfidence or arrogance. Why is it a problem? While confidence is often admired, excessive self-assurance can quickly turn into arrogance. When someone consistently dominates conversations, dismisses others' ideas, or constantly steers the spotlight back to themselves, it can create a negative impression. People may perceive them as self-centered, insensitive, or even rude. The impact. Isolation. Arrogant individuals often find themselves isolated, as people may avoid interacting with them to escape their ego. Damaged relationships. Arrogant behavior can strain relationships, both personal and professional. People may feel undervalued, disrespected, or even resentful. Missed opportunities. Arrogance can hinder personal and professional growth. By dismissing feedback and alternative perspectives, individuals may miss out on valuable learning opportunities. How to improve. Active listening. Practice active listening by giving your full attention to the speaker, asking clarifying questions, and avoiding interrupting. Empathy. Put yourself in others' shoes and try to understand their feelings and perspectives. Humility. Acknowledge your limitations and be open to learning from others. Self-awareness. Pay attention to your own behavior and be mindful of how your words and actions may be perceived by others. Reason 2: lack of empathy. Why is it a problem? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. When someone lacks empathy, they may appear indifferent, insensitive, or even selfish. This can lead to strained relationships and social isolation. The impact. Damaged relationships. A lack of empathy can damage relationships, as people may feel that their feelings are not valued or understood. Social isolation. People who lack empathy may find themselves socially isolated, as others may avoid interacting with them. Conflict. A lack of empathy can lead to conflict, as people may feel misunderstood and resentful. How to improve. Emotional intelligence. Develop your emotional intelligence by understanding your own emotions and the emotions of others. Active listening. Practice active listening to fully understand the speaker's perspective. Perspective taking. Try to see things from another person's point of view. Empathy exercises. Practice empathy by volunteering, mentoring, or simply spending time with people from different backgrounds. Certainly, here's a more comprehensive expansion on each reason. Reason 3: gossiping or talking negatively about others. Explanation. Negative talk about others often leads to mistrust because people may wonder if they're also subjects of gossip when they're not around. This behavior can erode trust over time, as individuals fear that anything they share might later be shared with others or used against them. Examples. Spreading rumors about someone's private life or professional setbacks. Revealing confidential information that someone shared in confidence, such as personal struggles or sensitive details. Making jokes at others' expense that highlight their vulnerabilities or shortcomings, even if intended as humor. Impact. When someone gains a reputation for gossiping or speaking negatively about others, people may feel hesitant to confide in or trust them. They might worry that any shared details could become the topic of the next conversation or joke. This behavior can lead to isolation, as individuals avoid sharing personal details, fearing they might be mishandled or misunderstood. How to improve. Practice restraint by resisting the urge to share information that isn't yours to tell. Focus on positive or constructive conversations instead, like discussing ideas or shared interests, rather than focusing on others' personal matters. Developing empathy by imagining how the other person would feel if they overheard the conversation can also help curb gossiping tendencies. Reason 4. Being judgmental or critical. Explanation. People tend to avoid individuals who are frequently judgmental or critical, as it creates an uncomfortable or tense atmosphere. Constant criticism, especially when unsolicited, can feel like a personal attack, leading people to feel self-conscious or judged for their choices and actions. Examples. Making unsolicited comments on others' lifestyle choices, such as their diet, career, or relationships, which can make others feel scrutinized. Criticizing appearance or personal style without invitation, which can come across as disrespectful or intrusive. Judging someone's life decisions, e.g., career changes, parenting choices, without understanding their unique context. Impact. A judgmental attitude can cause others to feel on edge or uncomfortable, fearing that they may be criticized or looked down upon. This often leads people to distance themselves to avoid such negativity. Over time, this behavior can create a barrier to forming close, trusting relationships, as people feel they can't be themselves around a judgmental person. How to improve? Cultivate a more accepting attitude by recognizing that everyone has different perspectives and life circumstances. Unless someone directly seeks advice, avoid sharing critical opinions on personal matters. Practice empathy by focusing on understanding rather than judging, which can foster a more welcoming and supportive environment for everyone. Reason 5. Not respecting boundaries. Explanation. Ignoring or crossing personal boundaries can make people feel disrespected, uncomfortable, or even unsafe. Boundaries exist to protect individuals' sense of autonomy and comfort, and overstepping these boundaries can strain relationships and create discomfort. Examples. Asking overly personal questions that might make others feel vulnerable or pressured to reveal private details. Invading personal space or physical boundaries, which can be intimidating or unsettling. Pushing people to engage in activities they're uncomfortable with, like social gatherings or discussions they'd rather avoid. Impact. When someone repeatedly crosses boundaries, it can lead to resentment and avoidance. People value their privacy and autonomy, so feeling pressured or having personal limits disregarded can erode trust and comfort in a relationship. Over time, this behavior may cause individuals to distance themselves or set even firmer boundaries to protect their well-being. How to improve? Practice recognizing and respecting others' boundaries by paying attention to their verbal and nonverbal cues. If someone expresses discomfort or reluctance, take that as a sign to ease off. Respecting others' space, time, and preferences builds a foundation of mutual respect and makes others feel more comfortable and valued. Developing a habit of asking for consent, even in small matters, can reinforce a positive, boundary-respecting approach to interactions. Reason 6. Being too competitive. Explanation. While some competition can be healthy and motivating, excessive competitiveness can create tension and discomfort in relationships. When someone is overly focused on winning or outperforming others, it may make others feel undervalued or as though they are being constantly compared. This behavior can also make people hesitant to share their achievements or struggles, fearing it might trigger a competitive reaction. Examples. Always trying to outdo others by bringing up your own accomplishments in response to someone else's success. Emphasizing personal achievements without recognizing or celebrating the efforts of others, which can come across as self-centered or dismissive. Being unwilling to share credit on joint projects or group efforts, minimizing the contributions of others. Impact. Excessive competitiveness can create a strained environment, as people feel they are in constant competition rather than in a supportive relationship. This often damages camaraderie and mutual respect, as others may start avoiding interactions that feel more like contests than connections. Over time, this behavior can lead to isolation as people distance themselves to avoid the stress of comparison. How to improve? Shift your focus toward collaboration and teamwork by celebrating others' achievements just as much as your own. Show genuine happiness for others' successes and recognize that everyone has unique strengths and contributions. Practicing humility and gratitude can help foster a more balanced and positive approach to your relationships. Reason 7. Self-centered behavior. Explanation: when one person consistently dominates conversations or interactions, focusing primarily on themselves, it can leave others feeling overlooked or undervalued. Self-centered behavior suggests a lack of interest or empathy for others' experiences, making people feel that their presence or input isn't appreciated. Examples: not asking about others' lives or checking in on their well-being, which can come across as disinterest or disregard. Interrupting conversations to bring the focus back to oneself, often without acknowledging what the other person was saying. Abruptly changing topics to something that revolves around personal interests, without regard for the ongoing conversation or others' perspectives. Impact: self-centered behavior can lead people to feel neglected or unimportant, as if they are merely an audience rather than an active participant in the relationship. This creates a one-sided dynamic that can erode trust, as people may feel their needs or opinions are secondary. Over time, this can lead to detachment, as others may avoid interacting with someone who appears uninterested in anyone but themselves. How to improve: practice active listening by showing genuine curiosity about others' stories, asking follow-up questions, and offering support when needed. Balancing conversations by allowing others space to share, and showing empathy for their experiences, can make others feel valued and included. Taking a conscious step back to listen more than you speak can create a healthier, more reciprocal dynamic. Reason 8. Inconsistency or unreliability. Explanation: consistency is a key component of trust, so when people demonstrate unreliable or unpredictable behavior, it can erode trust and create frustration. When someone frequently cancels plans, fails to follow through, or acts differently in varying situations, it creates uncertainty about their intentions or sincerity. Examples: canceling plans frequently without good reason, which can make others feel that their time and company aren't respected. Not following through on promises or commitments, which can lead others to doubt your word. Acting differently with different people, e.g., being supportive in some situations but dismissive in others, which can cause confusion and suspicion. Impact: when people feel they can't rely on you, it undermines trust and leads to resentment. Relationships built on unreliable interactions become strained, as others may hesitate to depend on or involve you. Over time, this can lead people to keep their distance or limit their interactions, as they cannot be sure how you will respond or if you will keep your word. How to improve: cultivate reliability by committing to follow through on your promises and honoring your commitments. Communicate openly if something prevents you from keeping a plan or promise, and take accountability rather than making excuses. Consistency in words and actions helps reinforce trust and builds a strong foundation for long-lasting, dependable relationships. Reason 9. Being dishonest or insincere. Why is it a problem? Trust is the cornerstone of any relationship, whether personal or professional. When dishonesty, even in minor forms like white lies or exaggeration, creeps into interactions, it can erode trust quickly. People may begin to question your intentions and motives, leading to a breakdown in communication and a sense of distance. The impact: damaged relationships. Dishonesty can damage relationships, as people may feel betrayed and deceived. Loss of trust: once trust is broken, it can be difficult to rebuild. Social isolation: people may avoid interacting with those who are dishonest, leading to social isolation. How to improve? Practice honesty, strive to be honest, even in difficult situations. Genuine praise, offer sincere compliments and avoid insincere flattery. Self-awareness, pay attention to your own behavior and be mindful of any tendencies toward dishonesty. Reason 10. Constant negativity or complaining. Why is it a problem? Persistent negativity can be emotionally draining for those around you. When someone constantly complains or focuses on the negative aspects of life, it can create a negative atmosphere that people may want to avoid. The impact: Social isolation. People may avoid interacting with those who are constantly negative. Strained relationships. Constant negativity can strain relationships, as people may feel burdened or resentful. Missed opportunities. A negative outlook can limit opportunities, as people may be less likely to want to work with or spend time with negative individuals. How to improve. Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life. Solution-oriented thinking. Instead of dwelling on problems, focus on solutions. Positive self-talk. Practice positive self-talk to boost your mood and outlook. Limit negative influences. Spend time with positive people who can uplift you.